Hey dolls, welcome back to your Royal BFF, the People's Duchess. This is now a Royal Ascot staff Stan account. Yeah. So Zara Tindall and her Cankles showed up to Royal Ascot this year, and the whole secret weapon thing was really in full swing because it was so secret that she was denied entry at the gate. Her and Mike both. They were both denied entry. They were in stealth mode. You know what? They forgot to go off of stealth mode. Now, usually I don't talk about Zara other than how hypocritical she and her Shrek doppelganger husband are. They capitalize the absolute hell out of those titles. Mike, in particular, really enjoys being royal adjacent because he played rugby. That gave him the ability to social climb into an echelon way out of his league. And I don't know, if Zara were actually pretty, I'm not sure that he would have been able to bag her. And don't get me wrong, I know that he was a big star in rugby back in the day, but he looked like this, full Shrek time. So if Zara were a beautiful princess who had all the things going for her, I don't know that this would have been the one for her. She is an established equestrian, she's a princess, but I think that she has very low self esteem and self worth. I think she struggles like everybody else does in this family as a woman in the royal family. I think that she has been through things that she will never tell anyone about, including the humiliation rituals that they put all the royal women through. Meghan had a very difficult time, and her time was exacerbated by the racism, but every single last woman in this family is barely hanging on. They have these humiliation rituals from Princess Margaret, Diana, Khate. Everybody has their own humiliation ritual that is specialized and honed in for them. If they see you thriving, they will cut that out so quick. But if you're a man, they will pay your accuser 12 million pounds to go away. They will shield you at all costs, even when you are dead to rights guilty, even when you have been caught with your hand in the cookie jar on all fours. There is a different set of rules for the men, and the women all go through this humiliation ritual. I think that her and Mike connect the most on their degeneracy, on that shared sadism. And I think the one thing that connects people like this, the absolute most, is that duper's delight. Going home after you've been in public, pretending to be this good person, people loving you, praising you, and then in your home, you're torturing cats or you're eating children or you're just this like super degenerate person. The royals in particular, I think they really love the colonization of it all. They really get off on how oppressive they have been to other countries. I think that's one thing that binds them all together, the thing that really holds them together in a very deep and personal way is that shared superiority, that shared like white supremacy stuff, which is a very powerful intoxicant when you're otherwise trash. So all of their wheeling and dealing, very hypocritical, very two-faced, very fake, very deceptive. I also will never be a fan of Zara after she pulled those faces at the wedding. The wedding is where I really lost the appetite for the royals in general because they were all making those faces. But Zara in particular, her face caught headlines because she was just acting like she had never encountered a black preacher before, having a passionate ceremony. She acts like she's this well-cultured, well-traveled, sophisticated woman, but the sight of a black preacher doing his black preacher thing shocked her into Narnia. So either you're sophisticated and cultured and exposed to all different walks of life, or you're not. You can't have both. You can't pretend to be both. And then the half-ass little explanation she gave about being 8 months pregnant and so uncomfortable. Girl, please, because after that man was done with his sermon, you sure did fix your face. This uncomfortableness sure didn't rear its ugly head ever again throughout that entire ceremony. So, miss me with the I was tired, yada yada. You deliberately did this to express your discontent with Bishop Curry's sermon. You were giving the other twats across the aisle this look so that all of you could signal to each other that you were all discontent and uncomfortable with this person in the church preaching in a manner that was unfamiliar to you. Just own up to it. And this is why I will never have any respect for the royals, because all y'all do is lie. And I know that you think that that doesn't mean squat, that I don't like you or millions of people like me don't like you, but you fail to realize that people like me make you and your position what it is. When we're gone, you're also gone. When we're gone, you get the Versailles treatment. When we're gone, they're gonna Marie Antoinette you people. So you can keep acting like the little people don't matter and our opinions don't count, but you can use all the public support that you could get, especially those of us who are content creators who have a little bit of say so in the communities. And again, not that it matters to you because you're doing well in life, but at the end of the day, public support is what the monarchy is built on. Without any public support, they will revolt. And they will revolt. The revolution is coming in very short order here, Zara. So, yeah, keep your chins up. Let's see how that works out for you. You acted like you were so much better than that. But, Zara, are you? Up until very recently, you didn't look like this. And not that looks are everything, but the totality of the transformation is shocking. So, really and truly, you should be thanking Megan. She put you up on so much game from head to toe. Back in the day, you were on your Princess Diana cosplay. You were just so low level and ugly that nobody paid any mind to you. They were not looking at you. They were not checking for you. They didn't notice that you did the haircut. They didn't notice that you were trying to do the makeup. They didn't notice because you failed miserably at cosplaying Diana. So then you just kind of did your own thing, and now you're cosplaying Megan, and it's so weird. It's so weird that now you think something of yourself because you done got your teeth straightened, your nose thinned out a little bit, you done lost a little weight, got on the Ozempic. Girl, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. I can tell that your esteem is still in the gutter. I can tell that you don't think much of yourself at all because of the man you married, for one, the way you act, for two, and this moment here at the royal wedding. Not to mention that you looked crazy previous to like the last several years of Ascot. You used to come to Ascot looking like equal parts court jester, horse jockey, and lady of the night. And don't attribute it to it being like the early 2000s and everybody looked like that. No, they didn't. Megan always had that ish on. Every time you saw her, whether it was the early 2000s or not, while we were all going through peplum tops, yellow lipstick, business attire to the club, chunky Charlotte Russe heels syndrome, Megan had the refined version of our crazy outfits on. She kept on top of everything, and I think that she actually set some of those trends without even knowing it, because she was extremely popular on the TIG and suits, and her wardrobe on suits was a staple look in many a lady's closet, including mine. Y'all know me, I'm a pencil skirt hoe. Like, I need that. So, like, you've never seen Megan step out the house looking bad. Ever. Zara, you on the other hand, sir, like, let's just be real. Let's just be real about it. I know it's just fashion. I know it's just whatever. I'm not trying to denigrate her appearance, but I think it's really rich that all of the royals have adopted Harry and Meghan's everything. Their style of dress, their style of trying to be like big speech givers, the way that they move, their mannerisms, even their homes. We've moved into our 19th Forest Lodge home because we are still trying to find a house and make it into Casa Montecito. You are currently imitating, and that is the highest form of flattery that a mediocre person like you could possibly give. Girl, the before and after speaks for itself. So I have not been a Zara Tindall fan since May 19th of 2018. And when she does finally get her comeuppance, her and this ugly ass husband of hers, oh man, that'll be the day. That'll be a sight. Sure, money will help them. It'll cushion the blow. But that public blowback, that public backlash from the end of the monarchy is going to be crazy. And the revolution will be televised. The revolution will absolutely be televised because the Republic will make sure of that. Man, that trooping this year was wild, no? Every time I watch that video, it just gets more and more hilarious. Just tickles me pink every time. And look, I'm not trying to be mean here. I don't deliberately like go out of my way to be mean to these people. In fact, I try to avoid them as much as possible because looking at them for too long makes me physically ill. But for people that walk around saying that God told them to tell us we're slaves, for people to be walking around talking about God told them to tell us that they're better than us, that he put them in charge of us, like we were animals or something. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around how you're better than me, but that same God has given you all these troubles in your life. Explain it to me like I'm six, how your blood is better than mine, it's somehow different, it's somehow God ordained and divine, but you are going through it right now, and as far as your health is concerned. And I'm not wishing ill health on anyone. I hope everyone makes a speedy recovery who is ill. But you have made the claim that you're a demigod, you're descendant, you're from that lineage of special people. How is it that you're ill? And I don't want to hear any like, oh my God, you shouldn't be talking. No, 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 no. They've made the claim that God told them to enslave us. So you now have to explain it to me why that same God that gave you the divine right of kings has turned his back on you, I guess, and is now like just plaguing your whole house full of illness and divorce and male pattern baldness. Like, no, you're going to have to explain that to me like I'm six. And I'm not trying to sound mean here. This is the reality of doing this content. You eventually have to talk about the counterparts over there. But when I do, I find myself getting violently ill. Like, just the thought of them makes me violently ill. So I don't enjoy this. I'm not like taking as much pleasure in it as y'all might think. But when I saw that video, yeah, I did. And when I'm going over this Zara stuff, it's just rich. It's so rich. All of it is just so rich coming from someone like her. She's just really lucky that her mom opted out of the titles for her. She has such a wayward character. Her and her husband, both very strange, very abnormal people, even relative to the weirdos and wackos in the royal family. They are unique in their weirdness. What other royal you know got a tongue ring, a septum ring? Like, Zara was a very wild child, and we just didn't see any of that because, again, her mom protected her, shielded her to the max. We never heard anything about Zara, but we know she was out there doing all the things. And Mike is just as bad. I mean, make Britain great again? When was that country ever great? Okay, when they were colonizing 90% of the world, right? That's when y'all were great. Okay, I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. I will give you that. Colonizing 90% of the world, that's a feat. Okay? But you had nothing to do with that, Mike. You're not great. You're just a racist drunkard. That's it. And you're probably on drugs, who knows? But I think all of the royals are on drugs, to be honest. Harry was open and honest about his struggles and the way he used to try to cope and how he managed that. And I'm really proud of him. The rest of you are right over there with, what's Camilla's son's name? Dwight? I don't know. Y'all are over there with all those eating folk doing all the things, doing every drug you can think of and some drugs that we've never even heard of. Anyway, so long story short, not all that glitters is gold. Zara and her perpetually surprised face and her Botox and her extremely unfortunate looking husband can all just go straight to hell. I think Cersei Lannister said it best when she said power is power. Period. And for your own good, you would do well to understand that the power is with the people. The downfall of the British Empire is going to be so delicious. I'm gonna make scones. Let's have a party. Let's have a streaming party. Yeah. When the monarchy does fall, we will absolutely have a streaming party. I'm also streaming on Twitch now, so if you are on Twitch, definitely follow me at the People's Duchess on Twitch. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, join the membership. We have a lot of fun in members only. Buy me a coffee if you're so inclined and want to support our channel. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Please take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. And until next time, bye for now.